Hello, team, and welcome to the new game of the month that we've built here at Handshake Studios. It is PooHead. It's a G-rated version of a card game with another name. I've landed here in a pile of brown water, so I'm just going to pretend I don't know what that is, and I'm going to run into the game center and start the game. So PooHead is a card game. I've just got my mouse here because I'll be doing a lot of pointing because this is a tutorial on how to play PooHead. So you might have played it under another name, but the point of PooHead is that you don't want to be the PooHead at the end of the game. So we start off with 3 cards in the hand, 3 face up, and there's 3 cards down underneath this. We've got 15 seconds to swap out our best cards. The best cards are 2, 3, 10, and Joker, and then it goes ace all the way down to 4 in terms of value. Now that we've swapped, we've put our best cards in the face up because we want to save them for later. We now start playing our lowest cards into the pile, and then we get cards out of the deck until the deck is empty. You've always got to have 3 cards in hand while the deck is in play. And then once the deck is empty, you can get rid of all your cards and start playing your face-ups and your face-downs. You just saw somebody pick up cards. So you pick up a card if you can't beat the value of the card on the pile. Here it's a 4. 4 is a value card only. Here's a 7, which is a clever one, but the 7s have now disappeared, so I didn't have much of a chance to explain them. But a 7 is to play 7 or lower. What happens if you played 4 of a kind? You burn the whole pile and you get another turn. So there's a lot of rules in this game. If you ever get confused by these rules, you can click here and get a quick explanation. You can see all the different values that cards have and close that one up because it's probably my turn, or still not my turn. The Jack has gone back. Jack goes back. That's a kind of reverse if you're a fan of Uno. And ace is the highest card, so I can't beat an ace. So I'm going to pick up those cards and hold them in my hand down the bottom here. Once you pick up, the next person to play goes in a circle. Idea is to play your lowest cards. If you're ever confused about what I should play on top of a card, just have a look at this little scroll, which you can hide, toggle on and off. But if you're new to the game, that's best to pick up. A Joker was just played. That's another strategic card. There's one more in the deck, so I'll wait till it gets played again before I explain it. It's finally our turn again. I've played the 4, and hopefully we can get rid of some of these cards before the deck is empty. So it's a 4-player game. You can see here I've got AI player 1, 2, and 3 just for this demonstration. When you walk into the portal, if there's 4 of you, it'll make a game with all 4 humans, but if there's anybody missing, it will just fill it up with the AI players. If anybody drops out, they'll also be replaced with the AI players because we want to keep the game experience consistent. If you do drop out, you will be a PooHead. You'll be crowned a default PooHead because you've left the game before it was finished. And if you lose, you will also be crowned PooHead. So we'll see if we get to see that one today. Now a 3, let me get this scroll back up. A 3 is a window card, so you've seen that a 3 can be played on anything, and then you have to beat the value of the card underneath. We get another free hit, which is good to get rid of that 6. And if you're ever wondering how you're doing, you can look at what people have got in their hand. Player 3 has 15 cards in their hand, which is no good at the moment, whereas player 1 has 0, and they've already started playing their face-up pile. Should get some low cards here off player 3. And you can see here that I can play either one or both of my jacks. Usually I'd play both. You'd only ever save cards if you're being strategic, if you wanted to save an ace or a 3 or one of your 10s, for example, for later. But usually you just play all the cards you have. Here you can see the window effect of that 3, the jack hiding there underneath. And you've got a king coming through and an ace. This time we've got the ace, so we're still okay, but that pile is getting big. It's going to get played at 10, so you'll see that 10 is the best card, which will burn the pile back down to 0, and the person who played the 10 gets another turn. So they do jack, jack goes back to me, and I play the queen. So I'm now into my face-up cards, which are quite strong, being 2s and 3s, and player 3 is looking very much like the one who's going to land in the pile of poo. Player 1 is almost clear. You could say that they're the winner, but in PooHead there is no winner. You just don't want to lose. So I'm not too worried that player 1's about to clear their pile. What I am worried about is what's in my face down cards. So this little beautiful image of a poo is the back of the card. I don't know what's on this pile underneath these two threes. Player one had probably the best cards I've seen in a while. They've cleared their deck very quick. I can play both my threes off the face up, and I'm ready to start guessing. What are we going to get here? We'll probably get a high royalty card now. Something bigger than the jack. Oh no, we're very lucky. We get a free hit on the two. So the two resets the pile. A two can go on any card, and any card can go on a two. We had a two, so this is going to be two twos in a row, and I've got two more to clear out. AI player two is finally down to their face-up cards. We've got to beat a queen here because this is a window through to the queen. I'm going to pick the one on the left, which is a queen as well. We've been very lucky. AI player 2 is getting through their cards. AI player 3 struggling, still picking up cards, which gives me a free hit for that 8. So I am out. I am not the PooHead. We're going to watch with a little bit of commentary as player 2 and player 3 duke it out. So you saw there that 4 8s got played on the pile. It's really important to know that if you can make 4 of a kind, you can play that 4 of a kind at any time to burn the pile. And you get the burn, you get the turn. So one of the strategies is to always get ready to do an out of turn burn, which is what player 3 did there. Player 2's now done a burn to get a free hit. They played a jack. I really think player 3 is the PooHead. They've got really bad cards in hand, judging by what they've picked up. It all just depends on what these face down cards are. It's a 9. So that keeps the game a little bit exciting. Player 2's got a 9 and 2 jacks. I think that's still going to be safe to be able to beat what player 3 has. So I have to pick up the queens as well. There's a little bit of card counting you can do at the end here as well. So she's got 9, 2 jacks, 3 queens, and now a king. So you can see all these high royalty cards being passed over to player 2. Player 3 is getting rid of all their cards. Now the 9s come back out. The queen will be played by player 3. And the queen will come back from player 2. I think this is going to end well because she gets the burn. Gets the jacks. Here comes an ace. If we remember correctly, she had a king and probably some threes. No, the threes she had lost. So the ace gives the card back to her. So now it is getting exciting. If player 3 can get something like a joker out of these face downs. Oh, I missed that one. But they had to pick up, which should be enough for player 2 to bring it home. Free hit on the 2, and then one more card sitting with player 2 after this ace. Player 3 probably has to pick it up, to be honest. Yep, and then it's a free hit, and player 3 is going to be the PooHead. So that is the game. You can see that this one only took 5 or 6 minutes. It's a fun game to play with your friends or by yourself. We land back here. We don't have the poo. Maybe in a future tutorial you'll see us land with a bit of a poo on our head. But for now, I'm just going to swim around in this photo and I'll say, in this fountain, sorry, and I'll say goodbye to you guys. Thanks, everybody.